All right, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Give a double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Give a double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has awoken in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. All right, brothers and sisters, we're going to go over part 2, dealing with the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, right? So we was talking about how the woman sit upon many waters is symbolic of the Babylonian mystery system and how it has had a great influence on the kingdoms and the societies and social orders back then, and how they have the same impact and the same influence over us even in this time, or what we will dealing with the European common market system. So, like I said before on the first one, I'm not going to be rambling too much. We're going to go into the scriptures, and then we're going to expound on it from there. So, no further ado, let's look at the 17th chapter, the book of Revelations, the 17th chapter. And I'm going to start reading, because I left off at the 6th verse. I'm going to start reading the 7th verse all the way down to the end of the chapter. So, with no further ado, let's start reading. It says, "And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee of the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which have 7 heads and 10 horns." Now, the 7 heads, like I said before, if I didn't say it on the first video, I'm going to restate it again. The first one is the Babylonian, or the Tower of Babel, that was established by Nimrod. That's the first. The second one is Egypt or / the Kemet dynasty. That's 2. The Assyrians, that's 3. The Chaldeans, that's 4. 5 is the Medo-Persians. 6 is the Greeks or the Grecian Empire. And the 7th is the Roman Empire. So when it's making a statement and saying, I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns, and the 10 horns is symbolic of what we dealing with today, which is the European common market system. 1 second. Because the European common market system is basically the 10 toes, right? So, and the beast that carrieth her is basically of today is the Roman Empire, aka the Roman Catholic Church. See, it's because a lot of people don't really understand is that we're still living in Rome. Now, you may hear people make that statement, but most people can't even go into the Bible and really decipher that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But we're still living under what you would call the revitalization of the Roman Empire. So let's look at something. It says, "The beast that thou sawest, and is not, shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. Like I told you before, the Bible or the Israelite narrative is written in symbols. We call it figurative language couched in historical symbolism. So the bottomless pit is symbolic because the church teaches that there's a place that you're going to go after you die. You're going to be in hell and you're going to be tormented throughout your, life and stuff like that. Brothers and sisters, that's not true. And see, when it's talking about hell and stuff like that, we got to understand that I would say it's two forms or maybe three forms of hell. And the first form of hell is basically a condition. You know what I'm saying? And the second form will be basically us living in the society that we're living in, because how we living in today is really hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is not a perfect place. And you see a lot of things in these societies that people adopt. See, you are what the society is a lot of times. And the third aspect of hell is basically you dying. See, because the Hebrew word for hell is Sheol. And when you look up that word, it means what? The grave, brothers and sisters. So when we're talking about the bottomless pit, we have to decipher what's being said. The symbolic meaning for the bottomless pit is basically the earth or the society and social order that is in what? Utter chaos, brothers and sisters. That's what we living in today. If you are a student or a person that love history, all societies and social orders that came on the scene, they were great empires and stuff like that, but eventually they was knocked off. See, because a lot of times they came in through violence, and then later on they go out in violence. So the bottomless pit is symbolic of the earth or the society or the governmental structure in what? A lower state. Humanity is in a lower state, brothers and sisters. See? We're living a hellish condition. And this is what this is talking about. So it says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. Is because one kingdom or get defeated by another kingdom. So the masses of people, they're in what you would call a dark state. Then this kingdom come up and quote unquote so-called civilize the people that's living in what? Darkness. See? But in actuality, they still in darkness, because the kingdoms that will come up after another one, they're going to take the people in further dark, in a further darker state. So like I said before, when we're talking about the bottomless pit and things of this nature, it's just referring to the earth in a chaotic situation. And these kingdoms that come up, they rule in chaos. So it says, and go into perdition. And see, when it's talking about that, when it's talking about the beast, it's really talking about the Roman Empire. See, when it's talking about the beast that thou sawest, and it says the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. That's the Roman Empire. See, but it says, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names are written in the book. It says, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And see, who is the people? The people that's engaging in the system. The people that's worshiping the system as a god. See, they're the ones that's not going to be written in the book of life, is because why? They have taken on the beast and his mark. See? So it says, they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. See? And you know, Rome made, because Europe was considered the old Roman Empire. Rome went out of existence as a government, right? As a military in a sense, but they're still ruling through what? Religion, politics, and social living. That's how they still ruling. See? They still rule in the affairs of men. So let's look at the scripture. Let's turn to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. Let's turn to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. One second, let me find the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. Book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, and I'm going to start reading at the 7th verse. And it says, after this I saw in the night's vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So who is this beast? This beast is the Roman Empire. And how was it more diverse? It's because it transformed itself from the military or the governmental structure of the Roman Empire, and it transformed itself into the Holy Roman Catholic Church. See? Right? So Rome was able to change with the times and the seasons. See, the Greeks, they was unable to do it. The Medo-Persians, the Chaldeans, we can go back to the Assyrians, the Egyptians, all of them, they was unable to do this. But Rome is able to do it because she has transformed herself to a religious organization. And see, a lot of the Israelite history and their narrative is under Roman rule, see? So let's turn back to the 17th chapter of the book of Revelation. So it says, the 9th verse, and here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, which is symbolic of kingdoms, on which the woman sitteth. Meaning that what? Her spirit was on those people. They carried the same spirit. And what spirit is that? It's a conquering spirit. See? They worship themselves as gods. They worship the planets. They worship the water, all this type of stuff. See? You can live how you want to live. It's nothing wrong with 2 men lying down with each other. It's nothing wrong with 2 women lying down with each other. You know, they got this thing out now. You can be a pansexual. They had pansexuals during this time. where people sleep with anything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their hearts desire. See? It was okay for them to have young kids as sex slaves. You know, you had you had gangs back then. See, gangs just don't start in the black community. You had gangs during this time. See, I forgot what that term was that they used. It was an ancient term that they used for gangs. I probably have to look it up, but they had gangs then, and they was pirates. They were running around robbing and killing and stealing. See, it was a lot of chaos during this time. But see, the people they worship, Nimrod as what? The sun god, y'all. See, that's what they was doing. They worship Semiramis and Tammuz. See, back in these times, these people knew who they worship. They didn't have a problem with that. So it says, and here's the man which have wisdom. The 7 heads are the 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And it says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen. It says, so who was the first 5? It was the Babylonian, the Tower of Babel. Then the Egyptian dynasties, they fell. Then the Assyrians, that's 3. The Chaldeans, that's 4. The Medo-Persians, that's 5. See, so the first 5 had already fell. So the scripture says what? It says, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So who is, and the one is, and the other is not yet come? Who is that? That's Greece and Rome. See, that's Greece and Rome. So the Grecian Empire, they got to come on the scene first. Then the Roman Empire got to come on the scene. But it says, look, check this out. It says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth in perdition. What that mean? That's destruction, brothers and sisters. See? So when they come on the scene, so that's the Roman Empire. It's because the Roman Empire is the 8th also. But how are they gonna be revitalized? Through what? The European Common Market System, brothers and sisters. And America. Let's look at something. Let's turn to the 13th chapter of the book of Revelation. And I'm going to start reading. One second. And I'm going to start reading at the first verse. It says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea. Sea represents what? Unorganized masses of people. And saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns. And upon his head the name of blasphemy. So what is that talking about? See, this is the Roman Empire, y'all. See, this is the Roman Empire. It says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. See, and his feet was like the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And it says, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So who is the leopard? The leopard is the Greeks. Who is the bear? The bear is the Medo-Persians. Who is the lion? The lion is the Chaldean Empire under Nebuchadnezzar. See, so what they saying is that what the Roman Empire is coming, and the Roman Empire is coming. He's going to be coming in the spirit of these three kingdoms. So basically, he's the Roman Empire. He's the fourth beast on steroids. See, he's on steroids, man. That's why they said that he stamped the feet with the residue. See, he was very strong military, and they moved. They ruled with an iron fist. See, it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. What does that mean? Rome ruled for a time in the season, but it but it went off the scene. See, it had a split, because you have the Eastern Roman Empire and you have the Western Roman Empire. I think that the Western Roman Empire was ruled by Constantinople. See, and then you had the eastern side of the Roman Empire, so it was a split between them, right? So it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wounds was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So eventually Rome fell. It ceased to rule the masses of people as a military force, but later on it's going to transform itself into what? A religious force, brothers and sisters. See? Under Roman Catholicism. See? And they're going to give birth to all these splinter religions out here. What is the splinter religions? Christianity, Islam, Judaism, see? Buddhism, Hinduism, see? All these splinter religions. And then they're going to start to take their place, and they're going to rewrite history themselves, see? But they all was set up as a whooping tool for the nation of Israel, the so-called black man, brothers and sisters, see? And they wreak havoc on their own people. But Rome gave them great authority to do this. So it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wounds was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. This is who? This is the European common market system reestablishing itself, but they're coming in the spirit of Rome. It says, and they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. So who is the dragon? It's the devil, see? So the elites that's running the world, that created kingdoms and things of this nature, they done already gave their power and their prestige over to the beast. Over to the devil, is because this is who empowering them. This is why we got multi-billionaires. This is why we got multi-trillionaires, see, in this country. You can't do that unless you worshiping Satan, see, on the low level and the high level. So it says, and I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his wounds was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. They still going to be worshiping the system, see? But Rome is coming in the spirit of what? The Babylonian mystery system, see? That's what she coming in the spirit of. And it says, one second. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. Meaning they worshiping Satan. And a lot of these elites that rule the world, they know they worship the devil. And they worship the beast, saying he says, who is like, it says, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him. So this is the masses of people that joined the system. They fell in love with the system, just like over here in America. You join the army, right? You in government, and you do anything to maintain the government. That's what it means when they say this. Who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with. See, so they proud. See, they 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 just like that commercial when they trying to get you to join the army. Be all you can be. See, they are trained killers in the army. And what they kill for? They kill for natural resources. See, that's what they do. And this is the masses of people. They have adopted that same spirit. And they worship in the system as a god. And it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things. And what great things? They're going to take the Israelite narrative and they're going to transform it into what? A Gentile Bible. See? They're going to set up a system, a social order that's going to be contrary to you're not keeping the law. See? You're not keeping the law. They're going to come against the laws, statutes, and the commandments of the Creator. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. That's just what? The time that he's going to be on the scene until the Creator does what? Erase him off the scene. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Creator. Why? It's because they're not following the Creator. See? Their gods is Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. And later on, through the Council of Nice, they're going to use the Israelite narrative to do what? To promote that history. That's why people believe that Yahshua was nailed to the cross. See? That's why they believe that Yahshua is God. You know what I'm saying? The virgin birth. That's why they believe that he was born on December the 25th, is because why? Because they worshiping the beast. So now you got these people, they're going to transform themselves into what? The messengers of the Creator. Now, that's why you got all these people running around talking about Israel is done away with. We Israel, see? We spiritual Israel. Or just like them heathens that's over there in the land of Jerusalem talking about that they Israelites. See, this is what's going on. And it says, and he opened his mouth, and it says, and he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Creator. To blaspheme, they're going to take the Creator's name out of the pages of history. And they're going to set up the concept of Jesus. Because in their mind, when they doing it, they going to mess with Yahshua's history. Because when they doing this, they coming in the spirit of who? Nimrod, y'all. See? The sun god. Tammuz, the son of the sun god. See? Semiramis, the one that gave birth to the child of the sun. See? All this stuff. This is how they blaspheme in the Creator's name. Because from a religious standpoint of view, they're going to establish the Babylonian mystery system from a religious standpoint of view, brothers and sisters, political and social. So it says, and it was given unto him to make war. It was given unto him to make war with the saints. Who is the saints? The saints is the so-called Negro. They're going to put us in slavery. See? They're rewriting history. They're telling people that the Christians was being persecuted during the time of Rome because they was following Christ. Brothers and sisters, there's no such thing as Christ. Yahshua didn't call himself that. So what are they doing throughout history? Who is the real Christians that's being persecuted is who? The so-called Negroes, y'all. They're going to put us in slavery. They're going to rob us of the knowledge of self. And our ancestors that was following the Messiah, they had started to be persecuted because Yahshua came against the Roman Empire, because he looked at the Roman Empire as what? The same thing that he was reading in the book of Daniel. See, he knew that Rome was the fourth beast. It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So he gonna have a grave influence over the people. See, they're gonna set up schools, universities. They're gonna re-educate people. This is what Rome was doing. And you had a lot of our people that was wicked. They was following these folks. See, the Sadducees and the Pharisees, they was following them. It says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life, slain from the foundation. Slick eye, let me read that over. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. So these are the people that's following the system. See? And these are the people that the Creator, he's not going to awaken them. He's not going to awaken their consciousness. See? If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So you got all these Christians apologists that running around here talking about love, and there's no love and kindness in the world. The Creator already said that. If you live by the gun, you're going to die by it. See? And this is what's going to happen to the European common market system, is because they have lived by the gun for what? For decades, centuries. They didn't live by the gun. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as... So who is that? That's America. See? It's because America is a European descendant nation. See? And what does the two horns represent? See? False religion and false politics. That's what it represents. Or religion and white supremacy. See? It's because when America came on the scene, they declared themselves as what? The Creator's spokesman in the earth. Running around here talking about that they Christians. But when they came to the land of America, or a Mexican, they did what? They slaughtered the Native Americans. And they went around the world and they slaughtering everybody, putting sanctions on people. Do you understand what sanctions is? Sanctions is if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'ma starve you. See? You're not gonna be able to trade with other countries. That's sanctions. I'ma demonize you in the media. I'ma make everybody hate you. But here it is, you just want to control my natural resources that I got in the ground. See, this is them. What's that? Like a lamb and speaking as a dragon. It says, and he exceeded all the power of the first beast before him. Who is that? They coming in the spirit of who? Rome. They coming in the spirit of Rome, y'all. See? Because that was the same spirit that Rome had. And cause of the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. See? And who was the first beast? It was the Babylonian mystery system, brothers and sisters. See? And we still dealing with that today. This is why the world is upside down. This is why you got wars everywhere. This is why you got chaos in the household. See? It's because this is the woman that sitteth upon many waters. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight. What is that? That's her military. See? That's her military. That's her weapons of that's her weapons of mass destruction. And see, before they was able to split the atom, what was some of the weapons of mass? It was her guns. See? Her guns, y'all. She go to these countries and she assassinate people. They use other they come between tribal issues. They empower other tribes to go against other tribes. See? Who you think running ISIS? See? ISIS is an acronym of the Egyptian goddess, which is who? Semiramis, y'all. So who's in power? Who's running that? That's America, aka the Roman Empire, y'all. And they use these Islamic extremists as the boogeyman to do what? To assassinate and kill certain people. So when we talking about, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man, that's her military, see? That's her weapons of mass destruction. Her machine guns, see? Her guns from the planes, her atomic energy. And he deceiveth them that dwelled on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. See? Because when the people were seeing this, they saw how strong America was. They wanted to follow her. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. What is that? See? It's the American flag, brothers and sisters. The American flag, the blue and the purple, the blue and the red, you're going to make what? Purple. See? And the purple symbolizes of who? Nimrod. See? The god Saturn. The white represents Semiramis. And the stars represent who? Tammuz, y'all. So this is the image that they making, because they're still following after the same traditions that was passed down thousands of years ago. It says that they should make an image to the beast which had the wounds by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See, they was killing you if you didn't become a Christian. See? Look what they did to our ancestors in this country. They had us in grave fear. And a lot of us became Christians out of fear. And they still persecuted you. And he calls of all both, it says, and he calls of all, both small and great, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in a right hand or in a, what is that? That's symbolism, y'all. See, they got the chip. The chip is already, no, that's nonsense. That ain't nothing but the technology of the beast. But the real mark of the beast is what? It's her philosophy. See? I have welcomed into my life the spirit of the adversary. See, that's the mark in the forehead. See? And the right hand is symbolic of you. You engaging into the system. That's why the scripture made the statement. It said that what the people that wandered after the beast, see, they're not gonna be written in the book of life. See, it's because it's gonna be hard for them to leave that. See, they're gonna invest their whole life into that. So the mark in the right hand is symbolic of you doing what? Engaging into the system. You worship their false religions. You so caught up in this. You so caught up in the governmental structure. You in the military. See. You work at a job. Ain't nothing. I'm not saying if you go to the fine, but you don't know how to. You don't know how to use the system. You don't know how to use it as a loose garment. See. We put the garment on. We fall in love with the garment. That's what that is. See. You can go to work. You can go to school. See. But you got to be able to do what? You got to use the system, but don't abuse the system. See, these folks, they done abuse the system. And they have become corrupt. These judges, these mayors, these police, all them, they corrupt, see? They use their petty positions to persecute people. I mean, people they done put in jail, innocent folks. They done put them in jail. See? And they know that in prison, it's hard in prison. People get raped in prison. They don't care. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark. And what is that? You a part of the system. Your social security number. Come on now. Or the name of the beast. See? The number of his name. Meaning that what? The people that's engaging into the system, y'all. When you come against the system, they going to do what? They going to kill you. Here's the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 603 score and 6. 666, because 6 is a what? It's an uneven number, y'all. See? 7 is completion. So the people that got 666 spiritually in their forehead, they what? They upside down. See? They frozen at 32 degrees. 32 degrees is freezing. See? So you got a lot of people running around here that's brilliant. They know how to build things. See? They run government. but they are frozen at 32 degrees. See? It takes 80 degrees to warm. See? 360 degrees to do. You on fire. See? These folks, man, they still frozen. So in actuality, symbolically, brother, we're living in what? We're living in the ice age, y'all. See? Let's look at this. We back at the 17th chapter of the book of Revelation. I'm gonna start reading at the 11th verse, and it says, "And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth." Talking about Rome. See, that's America and the European Common Market System. See, Canada, all them, they revitalizing the Roman Empire. And it says, "And is of the seven, and goeth in perdition," meaning that what? They're going to be destroyed. "And 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast." That means what? They following it. The Berlin Conference, who gave them the right to go over there, the Berlin Conference, to bite up Africa like they did? It was the Roman Empire. Who gave them the right to go over there and put the so-called black man in slavery? It was the Roman Empire. It says that one man, it says, "These have one man, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast." So all your presidents that sat in office, your senators, your mayors, your joint chief of staffs, all people in power, even the people that the grunts that don't know how to wear the system as a loose garment, they're going to be destroyed, y'all, if the Creator don't come into their mindset, especially our people. But see, the judgment has already been set. These people, they're going to reap the whirlwind for what they have done, see, because they have persecuted the people. So all your senators, all your mayors, the people that's in government, your educational system, they are all worshiping the beast. Your preachers, see, a lot of them, they worship the beast. "These shall make war with the Lamb." It says, "These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them." What does that mean? That means that the Creator has placed judgment on the system, and they're gonna do what? They're gonna fight. See, that's why. Who you think that is behind the whole situation of the BRICS being as strong as they was? That's the Creator. See, the Creator has strengthened Russia, Brazil, India, China, and South Africa. He has strengthened them. And as they continue to strengthen themselves militarily and economically, they're going to wipe America off the scene. See, this is the judgment. It's because why? America has done what? She has lived deliciously. See? And she has wandered after the beast. The European Common Market System has wandered after the beast. See? And they're going to be judged for that. That's why the system is falling. Trump is not going to make America great again. See, it's over with for her. Joe Biden or any other president, they're not going to make America great again. It says, these shall make war with the Lamb. Who is the real Lamb? It's Yah, see? Because Yah came down in the presence of Yahshua, see? And how they gonna make war with Yah? Because they're gonna because they're gonna try to fight against the people that he has raised up to take them off the scene. And the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is master of masters and kings of kings, and they that are with him are called, chosen, and faithful. Who is that? That's the nation of Israel, see? And you're going to have some Gentiles that's going to be a part of it too, see? These brothers got to get out of this old nonsense talking about ain't no other nation going to make. See, that's false, brothers and sisters. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people, multitude, and nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn with fire. What does that mean? That's symbolic of what? The nations is going to fight each other, because at one point they was all together. They was implicit and ruling, see? But now they can't be around each other no more, see? And now they fighting. And we're going to see, we already in the Third World War. But America just don't believe it, because the bombs is not being dropped over here. But the bombs it's going to invade this country. And it's going to wipe America off the scene. It's going to wipe Canada off the scene. The state of Israel, South Africa. They're going to cease to exist. See? It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people, multitude, and nations, and tongues. Because she had a grave influence over those people. We worshiping it now. That's why we go to church on Sunday. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For Yah have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. See? I just said that. That's why the BRICS is getting stronger. It's because it's the Creator rallying these people, because who is Russia? Russia is the 38th chapter of the book of Ezekiel. That's Gog and Magog. See? So what is the Creator doing? The Creator is taking the hooks out of her jaws. See? And it says, for Yah have put their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of Yah be fulfilled. Because see, the Pope is going to leave the Vatican. He's going to come over there where those false Jews is at, and he's going to sit in the temple, and he's going to declare himself as God. And people going to worship him. Because why? He's coming in the spirit of Nimrod. See? And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigned over the kings of the earth. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, that conclude the 17th chapter of the book of Revelation. Shalom.